along Charles Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all
about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace, go out and play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
And today, pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw. Stanley. And he finds McDonald. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Here's Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Stanley. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, I'll give him points for standing in there and making the throw, but I got to take those points away because he threw into double coverage.
Yeah, you took the pop, you're right, but that's one maybe you just take the sack.
Yeah, I agree with you totally, and most quarterbacks don't want to eat the ball. They want to try to make a play downfield, but I think your point is spot on. Take the sack, don't force it into coverage. He was fortunate, didn't get intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in his first quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
off the play fake. Stanley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package.
Yeah, Here we go. 58. That's fine now.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Dally, don't let Dally. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. first down. Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Back to north. Hey, check 26. All right, buddy. No. 319.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
26. Hey, check 26. Inside. Get reset. Hey, easy. Hey, check 26. Zoom. Box it. No.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The give is to Bell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Clay Matthews in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Detroit!
A give to Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, 626. Jumbo. Here we go. 58.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Inside. Hey, 626. Over.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Over.
Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Snap comes at 1. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Hey, where y'all going? Zoom. Yeah, Liz. Run. Jump out.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And now out come the Steelers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
How about that part? Have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed.
Gone! All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Stanley. His throw caught at about the 5. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. 58.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Over.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. Wide open receiver complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Bell. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this is why pass rush can't totally be measured in sacks, although let's face it, if you're a lineman, you want sacks because that helps your contract time. But in this case, the pressure did the job almost as effectively, forcing an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Stanley. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is. But how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Inside. Hey, 626. Over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back now here on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We are going. Jump out. Run. Zoom. Down. On left, rally.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Stanley. And he finds McDonald. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
No. Check. Patriot.
Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Off play action. Stanley. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, check 26. Hold. Let's go, come on. Yeah, Liz. Jumbo. Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Jerry Hughes on the stop. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And to the Super